let's factor these quantities. So for this one, the first thing we'll do, we'll write our parentheses like so, right? And then the product of this term and this term have to be equal to this first term. So let's try 2x and x will satisfy that, right? 2x times x is 2x squared. But then we want the product of this term and this term to be equal to this, right? But then before, we had it where just the product of this term and this term was equal to this, and then the sum of this term and this term had to be equal to this coefficient right here. But that's no longer the case because of this 2 in front of the x squared, right? So let's just write down what possible factors of this -4 we could choose for this and this, and then let's just try them out, right? So we could have 4 and -1, right? Or we could have -4 and 1. We could have 2 and -2. And then we could have -2 and 2, right? The product of all of those quantities is equal to -4. And there's going to be 2 of those, the answer is sitting there, right? We just have to find it. So let's try, a quick note is that it's usually the numbers that are closest together, right? So the 2 and the -2, or the -2 and the 2 would be the first thing that I would try, right? So let's try the 2 and the -2. Let's do +2 and -2, right? And so this is our guess, and let's just FOIL it and see how it works out. So FOIL, we do this times this, and this times this, and then this times this, and this times this, and we add all those. So 2x times x, 2x squared, and then 2x times -2, -4x, and then 2 times this plus 2x, and then 2 times -2 is -4, right? So we see that we have -4x and positive 2x. So then those combine, right? And this is -2x -4, and we nailed it, right? Nailed it on the first shot. So a good rule of thumb is to pick the multiplication factors that are closest together. In this case, it was these guys. Now that won't always be the case, but that'll usually be the case. Okay. So next problem, 2x squared. So this is in fact our answer for this one, right? We'll leave this stuff in there. That was what we did to check it, the foiling method. Okay, so we'll write our parentheses like so. And then we'll have, let's put 2x and x. And then we have this 12 here, right? So what are the possible factors for 12? We could have, well, it's -12, right? So we could have 12 times -1 is one possibility. Or we could have -12 times 1 times +1. We could have, what's some other things? 6 and 2, right? So we could have 6 and -2, right? Because it has to be -12, the product. And then -6 and +2. And then 3 and 4, right? So 3, -4, or -4, comma 3. Remember, it's usually the ones that are closest together in magnitude. So let's pick one of these 3, 4 guys, right? So let's just pick 3, -4. Let's just pick the first one and see if that works. And I can see that will probably work. So let's pick the one that won't work. So let's pick -4 because I want you to see what happens whenever you pick the wrong one. -4 and +3, right? So then let's check it. This times this plus this times this. So 2x squared. 2x times +3 is +6x. And then we have -4x and then that, so -4x. And then -4 times +3 is -12, right? So then combining like terms, these two terms combine. So 6x minus 4x is 2x, so positive 2x minus 12. That's not right. Okay, so we didn't get it right. We guessed wrong. We picked the two numbers that were closest together because that was the highest probability, and we just move on to the next possibility, right? So we picked -4, +3, and we know that we've eliminated that as a possibility. So let's pick this one right here and see if that one works. So we have 2x plus 3 and then x minus 4, right? Okay, so then 2x squared, 2x times -4 minus 8x plus 3x, and look, I'll draw the, so see we have 2x times x, 2x squared, and then 2x times -4, -8x, 3 times x, +3x, and then 3 times -4, -12. So collecting like terms, -8x plus 3x is -5x. And then -12. Let me do something. Right? So we see that this is the same as this, right? When we go through and check it. So this is our answer. This was in fact the correct combination for that those 2 second terms. Okay, I'm gonna step out of the way, give you a clear screenshot. Try it yourself. Now, one quick note before I go. TI-89, instead of doing this, you could have typed in F2 factor and then just actually typed in this 2x squared minus 2x minus 4 and then close parentheses and then press enter. I think you might have to put comma x, I can't remember, but I don't think so. I think you just close the parentheses, press enter, and bam, it will just spit out this, right? So it's the TI-89, the Voyage, and the TI-92 do it also. The TI Voyage 200 and the TI-92 do it also, but the 83s and 84s don't, unfortunately. So I'm going to step out of the way and give you a clear screenshot.